Yesterday, Malaysia, the country, forbid people from using the word hot dogs. Did you hear the news? It is haram. Am I right? I'm serious. I'm serious. You go to jail if you say hot dog in Malaysia right now, because this is against Islam. And the excuse is, we are selling dogs to eat to Muslims, brother. Dogs is not allowed to eat, my friend, but still they can eat hot dogs, but you call it different name. You can call it hot, but you cannot call it dogs. Anyone find the link? Anyone find it? If you find the news, post it for us. This is how mad this country is. It is haram, my friend, to call hot dogs. So now all restaurants in Malaysia, they cannot put in the menu the word hot dogs. They have to replace it with different name, any name you want. Don't call it hot, but they are eating the same one. Look, it's okay to eat it, but it's not okay to call it hot dogs. This is remind me when I was new in the state. First time I came to the state, and there's a guy. I met him from a church. He was very nice, and he said, "You wanna take me out in the weekend?" So we went out and said, "Would you like to eat hot dogs?" And I was saying to myself, "Oh boy, those Americans are really weird. You want to feed me a hot dog? Like what?" I said, "No, thank you. I was really hungry. I was really starving. Actually, I'm the one who was asking, let us go and eat." But then when he said to me, he want to eat hot dogs, I said, "Uh-oh, no way. What is next? Hot human?" And then he said, "I thought you want to eat." I said, "No, I was joking, really. No." Okay. And then I said to him, "Do you like it?" He said, "Yeah, it's very tasty. You want to take a bite?" I said, No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm very fine. I'm very, very fine. But I couldn't believe it that this guy is so nice guy, but he is eating dogs. So look at Malaysia. They have the same experience as mine. They think hot dogs is dogs. Anybody found the website? If you find the website, post it. Okay, I will search again. Just wait. Forbid hot dogs word. Let us search. Here we go. Daily Mail: hot dogs will be banned in Malaysia. Let me post the link for you. It's hard really to understand the Muslim logic. And look at the title. This is the title of the news here. Let me pause the title for you. Imagine they are forbidding it not because it is not halal, because sound too dirty to be halal. Oh, the text is coming as a link. Just wait. We need to how to do that. We need to go to Notepad. Notepad. Where is Notepad? You see, I just reinstalled everything in my computer, so everything is fresh now. Okay, Notepad, because Notepad will clear the link from it. Anyway, maybe we can copy this here without going there. Forget. All right. So this is what it says in the news. Hot dogs will be banned in Malaysia unless restaurants agree to change their names because they sound too dirty to be halal. How stupid a human being can be. I mean, if they don't know what hot dogs is about, I understand. But they know what hot dogs is. So why they are going to forbid the name but not the food? What about forbidding the food? Am I heard, guys? Am I heard? All right, because all of you are, I don't know what happened. You guys just stopped texting. I said to myself, maybe you guys, you are wiping out your menu. You don't want the hot dog in your. This is what happens if Muslims are in control of any country. You will see stupid rules which have nothing to do with anything right. It's a madness. So they are giving warning to all, and now became a law. They made a law for it. It's not just a statement, it's a law. They made a law that if any restaurant want to serve hot dogs, the restaurant will be shut down unless you change the name in the menu. You don't call it, you don't say hot dogs. Anything is offensive in Islam. This is why Islam is anti-creative. Look, art is forbidden in Islam. Drawing is forbidden. It's haram. There's a story of a guy in Saudi Arabia. This guy in his yard, inside his house, he have foreigner guys doing some instruction in his house. So one of them, he suggests to him to decorate the yard with like to make like a trunk for flowers, but it's looked like a duck. All right, so he used plastic things to make a duck. So they make it nice. They shave it and it look like a duck. They paint it. It look white and with eyes. And then suddenly, a week after, this guy, many police cars is coming. Wee, 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 wee. They knock at his door. The sheikh is with them. The police, people, they gather from everywhere. And the sheikh, he announced that the Sharia court law, they found an idol in his house. And it's an order to destroy it. And what is the idols? It was the ducks. The ducks. The guy, he said, idol in my house, where? I swear to Allah, I don't have any. They said, open the door. The guy who opened the door, they went in his yard and they find the 4 ducks in his house, in his yard. And then the guy with the sword, he Allahu Akbar, and he cut the dog head. Allah, and the crowd, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Everybody's happy. Christians are allowed to celebrate Halloween. Let me tell you something, mister. Christians are allowed or not allowed. We don't do this. We don't say it's allowed. Everybody is allowed to do whatever he wants because God, he gave you free will. However, in Christianity, Halloween is not Christian, but many people, they do it for their kids. It's funny. Nobody practices as a pagan, you know, like, I mean, the Halloween, it was a pagan belief. People, they celebrate the dead one, the dead spirits. But this is not what people do today. They do it for fun. Nobody believes in any of this garbage. So if you want to say if they believe in it as the pagan they do, then this is a pagan act and they are pagan like them. If you are doing it for me, I don't like it actually. It's ugly and disgusting and very stupid. But people, they have different opinion. As long as you are not believing in it, that's a different story. As an example, Christmas tree. Christmas tree, is it okay or it's not? Some Christians, they say no, we should not have a Christmas tree because pagan before they used to decorate trees and worship trees. Well, the secret is there. They used to worship trees. Do you worship the trees? No, then no problem. Anything will make a child happy, I support it. Happiness is good. God wants us to be happy. As long as you are not doing anything wrong, you are not hurting, harming anyone, there's no problem. But if what you do, the purpose is offending others, like exposing your body, your private parts, doing stupid things, that is not allowed. But decorating inside around your house and you're happy celebrating Christmas, that's wonderful actually. Let the children be happy. Like one of the customs of the Christians is Santa Claus. Many people, they believe that Santa Claus is a fake, but the fact is not. Santa Claus is a real person. But for sure, not the way they say it, like he come in the chimney and, this is not true. But he is a real person. This is a person who used to go and give gifts for children, especially the poor one. And we as a Christians, we would love to adopt anything will make good things happen around us. Who of you Christians is against giving poor children a gift? Any one of you? Bringing happiness to a child, even if he is not poor or rich. But I'm saying the poor, they don't have somebody to bring the gift for them. The rich, their parents, they can buy them whatever they want. So why want to buy them a gift? I prefer to spend, if I can afford it, and give a child a gift. And that child, he don't have maybe parents, he's an orphan or etc. And I prefer to give him a gift he can use, not only a gift he will play with. Like, what about giving him a nice shoes? Because he's a poor guy. Something he can wear for long, not a toy he play and he throw it away. So anything is good. Christianity goes for it. And about allowed and not allowed, Christianity does not like this is the difference between us and Muslims. Muslims, they want to enforce their religion on their own. That should not be the case if you are a person who call yourself believer. I support enforcing the law, which is preventing bad things from happening. Like I will not be happy. Yes, I support people to be free, but I will not be happy to see people walking naked in the street. That is not right. All right, you want to be free, you want to be naked inside your house, or go and buy a big property and maybe have a beach and then go naked. Nobody can see you and you are free. Live like a Tarzan. So anything will not hurt others. Why not? You don't hurt adult or children. Why not? In Islam go in simple details, which is very silly and very stupid. Like a Muslim guy, he called a TV station to ask, I have some milk drop in my mouth when I was, excuse my language, sucking the nipples of my wife. Is she forbidden for me? So this guy now is worried that because some of her nipples milk drop in his mouth as if he became her son. This is very stupid. And the funny, Muslims don't believe in adoption. Adoption is forbidden in Islam. At the same time, Muhammad, he told them you can adopt a son by giving him some milk. In the same time, later you can marry this woman who you drink her milk, if you drink it as an adult, not as a child. So he told them we are against adoption, and then at the same time, adoption is happening in Islam by what? By giving some milk from your breast. So the husband now will have many kids from this wife, just because some of her milk dropped in his mouth, he is worried he became forbidden for her. So Islam go to simple, like the most simple details in life, and became so stupid and irritating. A Muslim guy, he called a TV station in Saudi Arabia. He said, the company, the phone company, they give with every line a phone. And then when I flip the phone, it have a cross. Well, the company is a Swiss, from Switzerland, and the cross is their flag. So the sheikh, he said to him, A'udhu billah, Allahu Akbar, brother, break it, destroy it right away. So the guy, he smashed the phone. A cross in the house? Are you serious? A cross in the house? And the funny, by the way, if you go and see the Riyal in Saudi Arabia, it has many crosses. They asked the British to print for them their money, and then when it's printed, they have windows who have a cross in it. What about you smash your Riyal? Huh? Yeah, burn it. Have a cross in there, hypocrites. So Muslims, this is why Muslims they are not advanced in anything, because Islam limit your brain. Haram. Don't go there. Don't think there. Don't do that. Art is haram. Anything, even music. Until now, it's forbidden to have a music party in Saudi Arabia. Islam is against everything is beautiful. Islam will make you live like an animal. You have only the right to eat, to have sex with your wife or your slaves, and sleep. For sure, during the day you pray. That's it. Anything else is haram. Dancing is haram. Music is haram. Singing is haram. Playing chess is haram. Doing anything is haram. So what we live for? What we live for? Oh, Muhammad, he said that the one who play a music as someone he is putting his hand in the blood of a swine. This is how bad it is. And Allah will punish him severely for doing that. So if you play a guitar, or if you play a drum, or whatever you play, Allah will punish you severely for that crime. This is a bigger crime in Islam. Then you see the Muslims today, they start making music songs about Islam, trying to copy from the Christians, but this is haram. And some of them, they say, well, you know what, this was okay in the time of Muhammad not to play music, but today the world is different. But this is totally forbidden from those who they are truly Muslims. Do we have any Abdul here? Well, Abdul Salam, I don't know how to say your name. I don't know what's your name. Muslims, they try to install fear in the heart of Muslims regarding Christians. They make them believe that the Christians are scary people who they don't have a good morality. As an example, once, this is in the Middle East, a guy I know, he's a Muslim, he's a very nice guy, all right? But he heard something in his classroom which is very disturbing, and he want to ask me, but he was aware, he was worried, I would beat the hell of him if he told me that, you know? When I was a kid, I'm not the same as today, you know? So I jump to a fight easy. I do not need to ask for it, it goes. So he said, I want to ask you a question, but I'm really afraid you will not beat me. I said, what it is? He said, you promise you will not beat me? I said, what it is? He said, promise, like by the love of your parents, you will not do any harm to me. I said, okay, I promise. What it is? Look what the teacher, he said to him in the school. He told him that the Christians, when they get married in the church, the guy, the husband, he leave his wife first night with the priest to sleep with her, and then she go to the husband. You believe it, how ugly, disgusting this lie is? The wife, she had to sleep with the priest and then she go to the husband. I was so angry. And I asked him to tell me what the name of the teacher. He refused because he was afraid I'm going to beat him. A teenage, you know. I was so upset. And I told him, do you think this is what happen really? Do you think any man will accept any man will sleep with his wife before him? He said, no, but this is what he said. So they fabricate lies, and the Muslims believe that we are ugly, disgusting people. So Muslims, they will not listen to us, and they will not try to friend us, and they will not be close to us, and we keep a distance, which is a distance of enemies. They don't want us to live together and have a good life together. Islam want us and the Muslims, who they are victim of this cult, to be enemies, to hate each other. So they spread rumors, which is absolutely false about the Christians. And then I asked him, well, you Muslims, you believe that Khadija, she was a Christian, right? He said, yeah. I said, do you think that Khadija, she slept with the priest before Muhammad? He said, no way. I said, so how come? This is how this religion works. It's based on fear, everything about fear. Even when you go to the bathroom, Muhammad, he put fear in your heart. Shaitan, he will play with your anus. If you eat with your left hand, what will happen to you? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? If you eat with left hand, anyone knows? If you eat with your left hand, you don't know? Shaitan will eat with you. You have to eat with the right hand. Fear. Every act, every move you do, it's based on fear. What will happen to you if you sleep in your stomach? Anyone knows? What will happen? Shaitan will have sex with you in your anus. Like what? Muhammad, he forbid Muslim men from sleeping in their belly. Don't you flip when you are sleeping, and sometimes in your stomach? It's actually, it's healthy to move around because that will release the pressure in your body. If you stay in one side all night, that will be very harmful because all the weight of your body will be in a certain spot. So you have to move. But if you sleep in your belly in Islam, Shaitan will have sex with you. Even the wax in your ears, it's coming from where? Shaitan, he piss in your ears. Shaitan, he sleep in your nose. Shaitan, he have sex with you in your belly button. That is Islam. It is a religion of conspiracy. Everything is making conspiracy against you as a Muslim. This is why Muslim is very paranoid about anything. And the funny, they say to you that we are the one who have a phobia. The fact is the opposite. It is Muslims have a phobia in everything in their life. The Muslims, when he pray in the morning, the first thing in the morning he read Al-Fatiha, which is an insult to the Christian and the Jews. 5 times a day he insult us. Who is the one who have the phobia? Can't you pray to God without mentioning the Christians and the Jews? Oh Allah, don't make us the same as the lost one, which is the Christians, or the cursed one, which is the Jews. Please Allah, don't make us. The first thing in the morning. And yet the Muslims, they speak about that we are the one who have a phobia. Do we have any Abdul here? So from now on, be careful, Muslims. You are not allowed to use the word hot dogs in your menu. It's haram, haram. Very, very dangerous. You see the risk? Islam is a religion who understands the risk. There's a big risk in eating hot. The funny, they are allowing them to eat hot dogs, but they are not allowed them to use the name. The name is the problem. I mean, what kind of logic this religion has? And how the population, you see in Islam, as long as you make things in the name of God, who dare to say to you, this does not make sense? Just put the word God next to any order you do, and everybody have to surrender. Just say the word God. God said. God told us. The Prophet said. Just say the Prophet said. As long as the Prophet said, that means the Prophet said. That's it. Who knows better than the Prophet? I mean, seriously. Do you remember, guys, yesterday when we have a guy who was debating us, and we asked him about the hadith where he's a prophet, he said, if a man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. Do you remember? Muslims believe in it. The baby will be a girl if the women have orgasm first. In this time, in 2016, there is some people who believe in such a garbage. Why? Because just Muhammad, he said so. Muhammad, he says that, that's it. It must be true. It doesn't matter how many times you explain. It doesn't matter how you say to them, well, Abdul, listen, there is no way. Oh, first of all, women, they don't have a sperm. I don't care, brother. The Prophet, he said so. If the Prophet says so, it must be true. A Muslim person is the same as someone he lost his mind. As simple as that. He's in drugs. Aware of what he say and what he do. Do we have any Abdul here when I come to the mic? At least to prove me wrong. For everybody who say hi to me, I don't answer, please forgive me. If I don't say hi. Because I am focused in the hot dogs. Haram, my friend. Haram, hot dogs. Unbelievable. You see, the Muslims, they have their own worry. They live in different galaxy, not different planet. It is not haram to drink camel urine. It's tasty, and Muslims, they pay money for it. But Pepsi Cola is haram. This is the drink of the kuffar. It's not haram to beat your wife. But the brother, beating a cat will take you to hell. Like what? Huh? What? Beating a cat will take us to hell. Beating my wife will take me to heaven? Yeah, actually Muslims, they believe that cat is pure. Dogs are dirty. cats are pure and dogs are dirty. This is why there's a famous guy, he reports tons of hadith, thousands and thousands. His name is Abu Huraira. Anyone knows what Huraira means? Abu Huraira, the father of cats. Because this Muslim sheikh, he have cats all over him. Muhammad, he ordered to kill the dogs only, not the cats. And cats are pure. Actually, there's hadith about it, that cats are pure. And by the way, cats, they can carry a lot more diseases than dogs. Go and check it out. Why cats are pure and dogs are dirty? But I believe strongly because dogs always, they are so angry when they see Muhammad. Dogs have a special kind of sensation. They can sense energy. And obviously the energy of Muhammad was not good. To the point not even single dog, he liked him. Dogs, they can sense things nobody can sense. Not only by the smell, they have a sense of energy. They can feel your energy. Actually, even your smell change based on your energy. When you are afraid, you smell different from when you are happy, or you are excited, or you are sad. The same as your tears. When you cry, when you are happy, the cry is sweet. If you cry when you are sad, it's salty. So Muhammad, he hated dogs for a reason. In the same time, he could not find a reason to hate the cats, because cats are not the one who get aggressive when they see him. It was dogs. So obviously he had a trauma from dogs. And it's specifically a black dog. Remember the hadith, right? Where Muhammad says, actually Muhammad says, kill every pure black animal. Which means in this case, even if it's a cat, you have to kill her if she is a pure black. وَاقْتُلُوا كُلَّ أَسْوَدٍ بَهِيمٍ. Slaughter every pure black animal. So Muhammad, obviously too, he have not only trauma against, he have a phobia against dogs, he have a phobia against black people, black animals, anything is black. Black is a sign of something bad for Muhammad. This is why he said the black stone, when it came down to earth, it used to be white like milk, but the sin of mankind made it black. And this is why you see Muhammad promising the Muslims women who they are not only white, they are white to the point you can see through their bones, you can see the marrow of their bones. This is why a Muslim, when he go to heaven, he will not be given a black woman to have sex with her. No way. Being a black is not a sign of good things in Islam. It is a sign of being a bad person and ugly and disgusting, according to Muhammad. But in fact, this is not true, because you can go and see how many black women, they are so attractive, maybe 1 million times better than a blonde woman. Beauty has nothing to do with the color, my friend. That's very stupid to say. And that goes for handsome men or beautiful women. Black will not make you ugly. And for us as a Christians, we are beloved by the Lord. It doesn't matter what our color is. And anyone who discriminates people by color is obviously have nothing to do with the Christ. The Bible says clearly that the Lord, he sent his only begotten son. For what? To save the world. For he loved the world. And what is the world? All of us. not for the black. He did not. Jesus did not come for the black or for the white or for the Asian. But Islam obviously treat you by color. Even Allah in the judgment day, if you go right now, anybody can find me the link, go to Ibn Kathir and go to search for chapter 27 verse number 82. Somebody help me. And that verse is speaking about an animal. It's called a jassasa. Anyone knows what a jassasa is? Anyone remember from previous teaching? Anyone remember a jassasa? Nobody's helping here. Guys, am I heard? Am I heard? All right, Nia, thank you. Guys, open the link. This is the story as it is mentioned in the Quran and in the interpretation of Ibn Kathir. Let me pause the link. No camera in our room, please. This is not a dating room. Let me pause the link again for you so you can click in it and you can open it. Open the link. If you go there, and let me open it myself. Here we go. You will see that there is a beast, and that beast is going to come from the ground of Mecca, specifically from the ground of the Kaaba. And this beast is going to have a stick of Musa's in its hand, one of its hand, because it had many hands, and the ring of Solomon in the other hand, and is going to hit the person in his face, and then he will turn into a black person if he was a bad person, and he will turn into a white person if he is a good person. And if you don't believe me, here we go. I searched there from the link, because you have to click next until you arrive to the story. Go here, open this link, guys. Open the link. All right. Did you open it? Anyone open it? Especially Muslims. I want Muslims to read. So the beast, let us read together. Yeah, let us see how we can make the text bigger, large. All right, here we go. The beast will emerge from the earth, and it will be the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon. It will strike the nose of the believers with the staff, and it will make the face of the believer bright. Actually, it doesn't say bright, it says white. Actually, later you will see it says white clearly. Until when the people gather to eat, they will be able to recognize the believer from the disbeliever. How? By his color. Are you getting the point? How you recognize? From their color. So all the believers will turn white. And now here, if you read the story, the description of the beast according to Ibn Kathir, it will strike the nose of the disbelievers with the ring, and it will make the face of the believer white, not bright, with the staff, until when the people they gather for a meal, they will say one to other, "O believer, O disbeliever." How they know each other? From the color. The white are the believer, the black are the disbelievers. It was also recorded by Ibn Majah, etc., reported, etc. He said, its head is like the head of bull, its eyes like the eyes of pig, its ears are like the ears of elephant, it is horn like the horn of a stag, it is neck like the neck of an ostrich, its chest is like a chest of a lion, its color like the color of a tiger, it is haunches like the haunches of a cat, and its tail like the tail of a ram, and its legs is like the legs of a camel. Between each pair of its joints, a distance of 12 cubit. All right. I'm sure all of you watch too much movies, and you know. So the image now is clear for you. So this beast have a duty. First of all, this beast is coming from Allah. He is not a bad beast. So don't, you know, like the Bible speak about a beast. But in the Bible, the beast is not a good beast. In the Quran, the beast is a good beast. Is sent by Allah to do a duty. And what is that duty? Is to color the believers and the disbelievers. The believers will turn into the believers will turn into white, and the disbelievers will turn into black.
Threat has been detected.
Okay, threat has been detected. That's good. Let us see. I'm trying to find you some Muslim videos, but obviously a Muslim website are not to be trusted. Anyway, if we continue reading, you will see then this beast, when he hit you in your face. Let us pause the rest of the story. By the way, if there's any Muslim here, you want to answer us about this, please feel free. Put your hand up if you have the courage and the knowledge. There will be no believer left without making white spot in his face. Do you see the word white? Guys, do you see the word white? Look how the Muslim fabrication, when they translate, before they said bright. Remember? Before they said the spot will be bright. Now it's white. The fact it's white. The Arabic in the Quran says tabyaddu wujuh. Taswaddu wujuh. Tabyaddu wujuh. Wujuh in Arabic means faces. Tabyad, making it white. From the word abyad, which means white. Taswad, it is the verb of making black. All right? So taswad coming from the word aswad. Aswad means black. Taswad, making it black. What is that? Wujuh. What does that mean? Faces. So that day, there's faces will turn black, and there's faces will turn white. And that will be done physically by the stick of Moses and the ring of Solomon. We have Tom, and as you know, Tom is a very knowledgeable person in Islam. So let us hear what Tom want to say. What do you think, Tom, about this story? Your mind.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. La ilaha illallah.
Okay, cut the crap. Sit down. Those things you can do in your bathroom. Before you enter the bathroom, you have to make a prayer because Shaitan will play with your anus. Hypocrite. I am sure you don't even say those words when you are alone. But because you are a hypocrite, you know, do you see anyone that why you need to say that? All of this just to show you that he is a believer. But yet there's no answer. You see, they praise Muhammad for 15 minutes, and then when they say to you, I believe in that, I have no answer. Once I called a Muslim TV show, and when they answered the phone, I said, Assalamu alaikum. I said, Wa alaikum assalam. I said, brother, salli ala nabi, which means pray on the Prophet. He said, Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They finish, and then I said, more salah ala nabi, which means pray more on the Prophet. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina Muhammad. They have to say it all, like it's like 2 minutes praying, you know. And then I said, anzidu salat ala nabi, which means increase the prayer on the Prophet, and salah. It doesn't matter how many times they don't dare to say to you, shut up, and what is the question? Who dare? Who dare to say, like, are you stupid? Are you keep going to ask us to pray on the Prophet forever? You call a TV show, and you have a question, and now what is the, they don't dare to say that because you are saying to pray on the Prophet. Who dare to say? Because if he say, come on, man, cut it off, he might get killed. Who dare? Who dare to say, stop? That is Islam. Religion of stupidity. In order to get an answer from a Muslim, you have to squeeze it. It doesn't come by itself. But even squeezing is not working. You see, Muslims, they say to you that Jibreel, he came to Muhammad in the cave and he squeezed him 3 times. If you look at the verse, it says nowhere that an angel came to Muhammad. If you ask the Muslims, the chapter number 1 which was received by Muhammad, not chapter 1 in the Quran today, because Muslims, they changed the Quran order, as you know. Did the angel say to Muhammad that I am an angel? They say no. Who is the one who told Muhammad that this is an angel? They will say to you, the cousin of Khadija. Like what? The cousin of Khadija, he told Muhammad this is an angel? Guys, I saw somebody yesterday. Can you call your cousin? Any one of you have a cousin? Her name is Khadija? Anyone? Because I want to ask her about something I saw yesterday. You have Halima? Okay, let me call Khadija and ask her. I saw someone, you have 4 legs and 7 hands and 7 eyes, and he have no nose actually. I think no, his nose is lost to closing the band door. Can you call Khadija and ask her I saw who? What kind of a prophet this prophet is? He is the last one to know. He is the one who was squeezed. He is the one Allah squeezed him. Maybe mayonnaise will come from him, but did they say to us it's an angel? But the angel, he never said I'm an angel. Nowhere it says that. He never even told Muhammad I'm an angel. But I will tell you why Muhammad he said that. Do you remember there is a story in the Bible about Israel? How the nation of Israel started. How there's a prophet, he struggled with God. Anyone remember the story? He wrestled with God. Anyone remember? Muhammad is trying to copy that. This is a kind of wrestling. I squeeze him, squeeze him. So this he's trying to resemble the story from the Old Testament, making it that's fit for him. Read. I cannot read. Struggle again. Read. Leave me alone. Leave Britney alone. But the story is very funny and very stupid. But most of people, they cannot really notice that Muhammad is trying to resemble something there. He's trying to say to you, I am the same as someone he is exists in the Old Testament. I struggle with God too. He squeezed me. We wrestle together. But the story in the Bible is not about that. It's about God. He's examining this person to see his patient, what he will do based in the free will. Muhammad, he is taking it as a physical things happen to him, and he is coming with a story that does not make sense at all. And actually, when you read the Quran, and the Quran says to Muhammad, read, and he is saying to him, read, but he did not give him any book to read. Isn't it stupid? Read what? If the Muslim, they say this is me, recite, that would be more stupid, because recite what? This is the first word he said to him. Recite the first word. And if you say he cannot recite, he just said the word. Like imagine I say to you, read. I say I cannot read, which means I cannot read, which means I cannot say the word. That's stupid. You just said the word. Are you getting my point? Do you guys understand my... If you don't understand my English, I can switch to Zakir Naik. Brother, the Prophet with up. Somebody is asking me from the Christian. Those Christians are very stupid Christians. They're asking me a question. Why the Prophet? He said, I can't read. Listen to me carefully, please. The Prophet never been to school. He never been to elementary school. Or never any kind of school you can imagine, brother. And because of that, the Prophet he can't read anything. And why can't understand it? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. The Prophet he never go to school. This is why he can't read. So if he cannot read, why Allah is saying to him, read? Like, don't Allah he know that this guy he do not know how to read? And if you want to say to me the one is talking to him is God, what kind of God he said to someone he do not know how to read? Read, and he cannot make him read. Make a miracle. How come Jesus he can say to the dead man, come from the grave? He come. It looked like raising somebody from the grave is a lot easier than making someone like Muhammad able to read. This is how dumb he was. And the Muslim they say to you that Allah is God. He could not even make Muhammad read, and he could not even make him understand what he's saying to him. Oh, Tom is waiting. Tom, are you going to say to me, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah? If you say it, I will ban you from my room. I promise you. Promise. Go ahead.
Yeah, the answer to your question is the Muslims, the believers will be recognized. There will be a mark on their face from prostration. When they prostrate, they have an invisible mark on their forehead. It's it will be a white sign that will be recognizable. Okay, so that's your answer.
See now, Tom, he behaved. Did you notice? Did you notice? There's no Alhamdulillah, la ilaha. All right. Abdul, it says that the whiteness will spread all over, not a spot. What are you talking about? Do you know how to read, or you are the same as your prophet? So all of him will be white. All of him will be white. Not only a spot in his face. Same time, why Allah he need to recognize you from your face color? Isn't he God? What do you mean he will have? Is that a trademark? Allah will recognize you. Okay, this is a BMW, and this is Mercedes-Benz, and this is Toyota. This is God. I thought he knew every one of us. You do not need. Actually, the hadith says Allah he placed a flag behind in the behind of the Muslims, in the buttocks of Muslims in the judgment day. So what the point of this being white? I thought there's a flag in your buttocks in the judgment day already. Do you want me to show you the hadith? Tom, do you want to show you the hadith and you read it? Allah will place a flag in your buttocks. Be so quiet now. So look at this, guys. There's a flag in the buttocks of the Muslim, and his face now is white, and still Allah is unable to recognize him. He need more things, like what I can add. I added the flag in their butt, and I made them white. What I should do more? What I should do more? It's very hard to recognize the Abdul. You idiot, Allah! I can recognize the Abdul between 1 million person. First of all, they will throw garbage in the street, will pray in the corner. Number 3, they grow a long beard, and they wear very weird clothes, and they sneeze and they spit in their clothes, as the Prophet said, and they collect their boogers in their pocket. And you are telling me you cannot recognize them? What's wrong with you, Allah? There's millions of ways to recognize a Muslim. Not to forget that they are terrorists, and now they are having suicide belt, everybody. And one of the easiest way to know who is a Muslim or not, make a woman walk in the front of them in the street. Everybody, his eyes will be up except the Muslims. Their eyes will be in the butt of the women. This is why Zakir Naik, he said, right? He said, they asked him why a Muslim woman, she cannot be a prophet. He said, because if a Muslim woman, she became a prophet, she have to lead the prayer. If she lead the prayer, she have to bend down. If she bend down, the Muslim, they will be looking at her ass, which is very true, brother. This is very true. This guy, he know exactly what kind of followers Muslims are. This guy, he know what he's talking about. What do you mean do his voice? I'm not doing his voice. We are a brother. We are cousins. The fact Zakir Naik is the one who's doing my voice. I always speak this way, but in the chat room I speak like this now. But usually I speak like this. Brother, I spit everywhere, man. Once I went in a taxi and I was speaking like Zakir Naik. The guy, he said, just go and forget about the money. Don't pay me. Just I said, don't talk. Just leave. Open the door and go. And he was looking for his umbrella. Why people don't understand? Right? Oh, what is that? What is that? فخرجت حتى إذا كان في وسط من الجبل سمعت صوتا من السماء يقول يا محمد أنت رسول الله وأنا جبريل. That's deep. Guys, he is telling us a story that when Muhammad, he went out of the cave, he heard a voice from the sky saying to him, I am Jibreel and you are the prophet. That's amazing. So how come that is not in the Quran? Why the Quran did not state that Jibreel, he come to Muhammad in the cave? Why this is not in the Quran? Why Muhammad did not add this in the Quran? You are the prophet and I am Jibreel. And then why the story in the hadith says that Muhammad, when he saw the angel, he went to his wife and he was shaking and breaking and snoring, and he said to his wife, cover me, cover me, cover me, cover me. And then his wife, after he wake up, she took him to her cousin, and her cousin, she asked him to describe what happened to him. And she described to the cousin of Khadija, to Waraq ibn Nawfal, And then Waraq ibn Nawfal, he said, oh, must be the angel of Allah, and this is Jibreel. If the story is true, it means the other story is a lie. Which one? Which one? If Muhammad has been told that this is Jibreel, so why you are saying a different story that Muhammad, his wife, she took him to Waraqa, and this is very authentic story in Sahih al-Bukhari. Islam is nothing but a collection of stories, my friend. No, please don't say both is a lie. You are hurting the feeling of Muslims now. Please, guys. Muslims can be offended easy. Be careful. All right? We just heard the news that the government of Malaysia, they forbid using the word hot dogs. Hot dogs is causing a bigger threat for the country, brother. The Security Council of the Muslim country in Malaysia, they gather together. The government, the prime minister, the president, they met together and they discussed the issue of having hot dogs in the menu. Big danger, brother, big problem. And then the government, they come with the conclusion, we should stop allowing anyone, any restaurant, to use the word hot dogs. Isn't it amazing? What do you mean why? Because hot dogs is dangerous. Think about it. Think about it. Muslim women, they are always excited, thinking about going to heaven. Allah will increase their sexual power. And you are putting in the front of her hot dog. You see, you, Western, you see it as a food. Muslim, they see it as something different. Otherwise, I change any Muslim to tell me what the problem with hot dogs. What nasty? I'm not. You are nasty. You are the one who took it in the wrong way. For me, I'm thinking about, they think about it as a finger. Ah, because you're a bad boy, you thought about it in the wrong way. Aha, okay. I got you. And Abdul? So this beast is going to come and is going to teach. By the way, this beast teaches Quran. The beast will chase the ones who don't learn Quran, and he will teach them Quran. You believe it? This beast who look like a cat, fat, I don't know, I don't care. Like, I don't know what this beast look like. Like what? Look at the collection. It look like Allah, he put all the animals in the cocktail mixer, the one you make fruit with it. And then from the other side, we get this beast. Face of a bull, eyes of whatever, tail of a cat, strike of a tiger, hoof of a camel. I don't know what's happening there. But this beast, one of his duty is to teach Quran. Imagine this beast, he open a room in Paltalk here, and he teach Quran. And then he give the microphone to Tom Tom. Tom Tom will take the mic, he will say, Alhamdulillah, la hawla la quwwata, and the said, but blessed to be Allah, and the Prophet, and the falafel, and zucchini, and shish kebab. Thank you very much. A beast teaching the Muslims Quran? I mean, seriously. Allah could not find a better teacher than a beast, and he is so huge. Do you know the movies? There's a movie, there's a beast that they ride in the fight. I don't know how they made it from. I forgot the name of the movie. Anyone remember which movie? They are weird creatures. Anyone remember? Nomia? I don't know. There's a movie I saw before. You know, when I was very young, I was at that time just 55, and it was a very nice movie for kids my age. And there is a big, huge animal who have, I don't know how many arms and hands, and he walks so crazy and so big, and the enemy, they are riding them and they are attacking the other enemy. Not like an elephant. No, no, he don't look like an elephant. He look really weird. All right? And there's a fire come from their mouth too. And even their fart is flammable. So look like those movies, they are taking a lot of stories from Muhammad. Or Muhammad, we can say maybe he was inspired by something is mentioned in the Bible, which is a metaphorical about a beast. Maybe, maybe. Anyone remember? Anyone remember? There's a story in the Bible which is not what it's meant by Muhammad. Muhammad is talking about a physical beast. He have a physical look, physical features. The Bible is speaking about something very similar, just to show that Muhammad is a thief. Not many people are educated here. I see. I should send you to Zakir Naik school. Unbelievable. All right, all right. Oh, you think I know? Okay. Do we have any Abdul here? There is tons of things. You see, Muhammad is not making, let us say, he is not coming with his own religion. Muhammad is a collector. He's what? He's a collector. Muhammad is like an antique store. You find antiques from around the world. Collect from the Jews, collect from the Bible, collect from the Jewish tradition, collect from the Jewish legions, collect from the Roman legions, collect from the Aramaic legions, all kinds, from the Christians. He's a collector. As an example, we remember the story of the 7 sleepers, right? Anyone remember the story? This is very well-known story in Latin language. But this is an Aramaic story made by Aramaic Christians, made by a person, his name is Yaqub, which means Jacob. And this story is nothing but a fiction story about a bunch of Christians who were discriminated, threatened to be killed because of their faith. And they were from a noble level. And they were even warrior for the king. The king, he threatened them, if you don't leave Christianity, I'm going to kill you. So he gave them a few days to think about it. And then those warriors, they went and far away and they hide in a cave. And then Muhammad, he took the story, this idiot, and he put it in his Quran as if it's a real story. But everybody knows that this is not a real story. It is not. There is nothing about this story is real. But for Muhammad, the story is very, very, very real. You see, I say always, God don't leave us without witnesses. And Muhammad, he witnessed for himself that he is a fake prophet. As simple as that. You do not need to be a genius to know that Muhammad is a fabricator. I believe that because of the mercy of the Lord, he exposed this man, and he, to show us, even the one who don't have too much knowledge, that Muhammad must be a false prophet. If you go to the Quran, read that story as an example. Oh, I have no Arabic font in my, oh boy. I forgot to put Arabic font in my computer. I just installed the window. Let us see how to do it. Anyway, maybe meantime somebody can help me, because I cannot open anything with Arabic. My computer used to crash every day when we open Paltalk, and we lose it in YouTube, etc. So I had to reinstall everything. So today I'm going to spend my day installing. Actually, most of my softwares are gone. A few years ago, when I was abroad, a bunch of teenage kids entered my house and they stole all the CDs, and even they took my safe, which is empty. I have only papers there. They thought I have money. I'm a rich guy, supposedly. And I lost all the CDs. All right, let's see. I'm trying to add it in window. I hope I do not need to restart my window. I'm not sure to make it activated. Anyway, if somebody can help me until I get my things fixed here. If we go in chapter 18 in the Quran, and in that chapter, Allah is speaking about a bunch of guys who they are Christians and they were chased because of their faith. And those young ones who chase, they have a dog with them. But the verse is very, like the story is very weird and very stupid. And the reason I say that, if you go to verse number 22, chapter 18, verse number 22, you will see, it says, Allah is saying, supposedly, they say they are three and the fourth is their dog. And they say they are five and the sixth is their dog. They say they are seven and the eighth is their dog. Say Allah knows better. And only few knows what is the number of those guys. Like what? What? So what's the point of saying to me, some they say three, and some they say four, and some they say five, and some they say six, and some they say seven? What is the number? Why you are saying that to me? Are you going to give us the correct number? What is the correct number? This is why I say, to be a believer in the Quran, you have to be mentally living from the cave time. Remember, this is a story about people who live in the cave. Obviously, to believe in this story, you have to be a person who live in the cave. Because the story does not make sense. And there's no reason for it. And all of us, we know that it doesn't matter what the number is. What we learn from this story, nothing. There are three or four, only Allah knows. Allah knows best. Okay, Allah knows what? What is the answer? Nobody knows. Then in Arabic, the same as in English, you don't say they are three and the fourth is their dog. You don't add a dog in numbers to a human. You don't say there's five guys and the fifth is their dog. You can say, and there's five guys and one dog, correct? Even in English. But just to show you how stupid the one who collect the Quran. The word there is not kalb. In Arabic there, it is written kalbahum. Kalbahum. The fact the word there, correct word, is not kalb. Kalb means dog. Kalbahum mean their dog. The fact it was kali'ahum, which means their provider, protector. their protector. Because the Muslims, they collect the Quran from here and there after Muhammad's death. They could not really get what this word correctly is. And we can prove it to you that this is what the word means. Actually, even some Muslim scholars, they agree that this is not about dogs. In the Quran it says, first of all, remember guys, do you remember that Muhammad, he said, anyone he hosts a dog with him, Allah will take it from his deeds? Did Muhammad, he says that? Anyone he hosts a dog with him, Allah, which means dogs are dirty, najis, right? So how the Quran is speaking about a bunch of perfect believers who they are supposed to be Christians, and they have a dog with them? It doesn't make sense in any way, in any mean. What's happening there? If you go to verse number 18, if we go to chapter 18, verse number 18, if you can post it now in here, you will see that the dog is opening his two arms. You see in the translation they say legs. It doesn't say that in Arabic. That's a lie. That's a big fat lie. It says arms. Zira'ihi. Zira' in Arabic mean an arm. A leg in Arabic mean rijl. So this creature is opening his arms. That because it was an angel. He is opening his arms to protect them. They are behind him. And this is exactly what it says in the story in the seven sleepers. Those people, they live in the cave, and God made them sleep in the cave for a couple of hundred of years, almost the same exactly as the Quran. Like the Quran make it 309 years, but in the original story, I think 365 years, which present the days of like 365 days in the year, right? But it's 365 years, as I know in the story. So in the seven sleepers, it says clearly that this is an angel who opened his arms to protect them, and that makes sense. Muhammad, he make it a dog. Why? Because the Eid Muhammad and the Muslims after him, they could not understand if it is Kali'ahum or it is Kalbahum, which is very close in the pronunciation. The one who is provider and supporter for them, which is an angel, not God, angel. God, he, as simple as that. And remember, this is a fiction story. We Christians don't believe in it. It's written by a Christian bishop to teach the Christians that don't be worried about discrimination you face on this earth. Time will come and you will be superior, and your faith will not go in vain. As simple as that. Muhammad the liar, he took the story, he put it in his book, and he made it as a real story. Well, Nightmare, what about you bring me a scholar here and right here, if I show you that Muslim scholars, they agree that this is not Kalbahum, this is Kali'ahum. What do you say? Muslim scholars. This is how much Muslims are confused. But the smart scholars of the Muslims, they have to admit there is some stupidity done there. But they don't admit that it's Muhammad is the stupid one. They say the one who collected the Quran, he wrote the word wrongly. This is why the Quran says, it says Zira'ihi. Dog don't have arms. Zira' in Arabic actually is more than arm. When you say zira', you mean a hand specifically attached to an arm. So all of that is zirah. It's about something we measure with, which is a human being heart. We call it zirah. When you say it is a dog and he have 2 arms, that would be funny. And what is it? Why he is opening his arms? Let us say it's a dog. Why he's opening his arms? Doing what? Giving hugs? Oh boy. Hey, Abdul? Any Abdul here when it comes to the mic? No one? Any brave Muslim here? You can arm 4 dogs in Arabic? Oh, okay. That's false. And you know what? Bring somebody to debate me and I will show you a scholar, a Muslim scholar saying that. What do you say? A Muslim scholar, not me. Who is the Muslim have the courage and the knowledge? Even your scholars agree with me that this is not a dog. It should not be a dog. This is about their protector, which is an angel. Any brave Abdul? Additional to this, the most important for us, that this is a story written hundreds of years before Muhammad, and supposedly Muhammad is telling us a story from the unknown, from God. And even the Quran says, and what they know is little. He is the one who knows how many they are. But the fact the story is a fabricated story anyway. This is a fiction story written by Christians hundreds of years before Muhammad. How fake this man is to take a story written before him by a fiction writer, metaphorical story, and making it a true story and he claimed that this is from his God. Quran does not say only Allah knows. So what the point of telling this story? If it's written before, okay, does the Quran say this is a true story? It's a fake story. Nightmare. Does the Quran say this is a real story or it's a fake story, a fiction story? Answer. According to the Quran, is it a fake story, fiction, or it's true story? It's a true story. Abdul, you are answering. Quran does not say only Allah knows. No, Quran says only Allah knows. Only Allah knows. Because some they say 3 and they are 4, some they say 4 and they are 5, some they say 7 and they are and their dog is 8. What is the actual number? Yeah, علمهم إلا قليل. You know, you are ignorant in Arabic. It means they do not know. They know little. They do not know the truth. That's what it says. Only Allah knows. Okay, give me what is the actual number? What is the correct number? As long Allah and many other knows, what is the actual number? Don't tell me you do not know. Yeah, they know only little. Their knowledge is only little. This is why Allah, He says, they keep saying, they say and they say and they say. So who is the one who knows? So now, are they 4 and their 5th is the dog, or 5th and their dog is the 6th, or 7 or their dogs and the 8? What is the number? It's a stupid story. What is the number? It says a few knows. Okay, a few knows. What is the number? Guys, listen. Allah, He knows, and a few knows. What is the number? We are getting too close to solve the problem. There's Allah, He knows, and a few they knows. Okay, what the number? Stupid book. What we got from this? So why He mentioned some they say 3 and their dog is 4, some they say 4 and their dog is 5, and some they say 5 and their dog is 6? What's the point then? If you don't want to correct them, why you are counting this? Are you stupid? It's like guys saying, the police and their report, they said, some witnesses, they said, there's 4 and their dog with them, and there is 5 and their dog, and some they say 5 and their dogs with them, and some they say 6 and their dogs with them, and some they say 7 and their dogs with them. But only Allah knows, and if you say what the number? Why you are telling us that there's many statements about the numbers, but you don't want to tell us the numbers? So what's the point? Because obviously Muhammad is an idiot. He didn't know. He heard the stories from many people. Some they say they are 5, some they say they are 7, some they say they are 6. So Muhammad, he gathered all the statements, say, some they say they are 4 and they're 5, the dog, and some they say they are 5 and number 6 is the dog, and some they say they are 7 and their number 8 is the dog, and only Allah knows and few people knows, as you say. So what's the point? What is the answer? Some they say this is God, this is God. You do not know? What about you say to us, but the number is etc. It's a stupid book. Have no meaning and no purpose. The point is not about, if the point is not about their number, so why Allah is saying some they say they are 3 and some they are 4 and some they are saying, if this is not the point? You see how stupid you are? If the point is not about the number, why Allah keeps saying, giving us confusion about some they say they are 3 and they are 4 and they are 5, 5 and 6, and then some they say and some they say, and some say and some say and some say. What do you say, Allah? Some they say. What do you say, Allah? If Allah want to give us His opinion about the true number, why He is telling us some they say and some they say and some they say? Because simply He does not know. Muhammad, the fake man, he is copying the story from what he heard, but he is not sure if they are 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. As simple as that. Any brave Muslim here? Actually, according to Islamic interpretation, it says it clearly that none knows what the number of those people save Allah. Well, name for me an interpretation you accept. Nightmare. Name for me interpretation you accept. Just let me get you busted. Okay, come tomorrow, no problem. I will give you time. Do we have any brave Muslim here? You can go, all of you right now, and search for the Seven Sleepers story. And you will see immediately that this is a story Muhammad is told, written a couple of hundred of years before him. He took it, he put it in his Quran, and he make it, it is a story coming from his God about a true people who they really slept in the cave. Actually, the chapter 18, I advise anyone when I laugh about Islam, read the chapter 18. It is my favorite. I'm so glad that the goat who ate the Quran one day, you remember the story of the goat, right? I'm so glad that the goat did not eat chapter 18. That would be a disaster. The most funny stories in the Quran, you find it in chapter 18. The flying carpet, the genies building palaces and castles for Sulaiman. I want to have a genie. My house is old. I just fixed a leak 2 days ago, a few days ago. I fixed it before, and now a leak happened again, so I had to fix it again. Unbelievable. If I have a genie, I do not know and go to Home Depot and spend a lot of money. I'm a poor guy. I just ordered the genie to replace the whole house for me. By the way, Nightmare, is it allowed in Islam to build a statues? Nightmare, is it allowed in Islam to build a statues? Huh? Is it allowed in Islam to build a statues? Statues. Timsal. Is it allowed? Or it's haram? Yeah, is it haram? Or it's allowed? Who is the Muslim want to answer? This guy, he's shaking his booty now. He's scared to answer. Is it haram in Islam? Don't tell me to worship. Is it haram or not? Is it allowed to make a statue for not worshiping? Is it okay? If a Muslim want to make a statue not to worship, is it okay in Islam? Say yes. Say yes. Challenge you. Coward. Who's a brave Muslim here? I mean, seriously, why today we don't have Muslims? It's okay not to worship? Okay, it's okay. Where do you get this from? Where you get this from? Show me a reference that you can build the statues. It's okay in Islam. Where you get this from? If this is true, how come Muslims don't have any statues in their countries? Even drawing in Islamic countries is forbidden. Drawing. Muhammad said that the one who draw an image, Allah will punish him severely in the judgment day, just for drawing. And you are lying to me, says it's okay in Islam to have a statues, as long as it's not for worshipping. You're a liar. Unbelievable. Do we have any brave Muslim here? Guys, if you want to read and you want to educate yourself about Islam, like I don't speak about my books much, but maybe you guys should help me from time to time to remind people to read my books. Quran and Science in Depth is full of stories which expose the fairy tales of Muhammad. If you want to have a nice gift to someone, be careful to protect them from the filthy religion of Islam so nobody can deceive them. I advise you to buy 2 of my books, Quran and Science in Depth and The Deception of Allah, because both they complete each other actually. They meant to be 1 book, but because they became so big, so I decided to make them 2 books. Go and read and see tons of secrets about Islam. And then it's going to be very easy for you to see how stupid this religion is. However, if you are a poor person, you cannot buy my books. I have thousands and thousands of videos for free. Just to teach you and to educate everyone who is seeking the truth. My next book will be released when I finish it, and as long as I am spending too much time in my chat rooms, it's going to take really long. Because writing need to, you need to concentrate. It's like, you know the genie Muhammad you speak about? The writing need a genie in your head to make you write. And this genie is not coming sometime. Any genie here? I mean, any Muslim here? None knows but a few of mankind. Okay, you know what? Nightmare. I'm going to get you busted. I'm going to get you busted. If none knows except a few of mankind, as long they know. So what's the point of saying to me, oh, this is a story? Only few knows in the time of Muhammad, right? Don't tell me before they are dead. The one who died, he's died. His knowledge is dead with him. So in the time of Muhammad, the few, they know the real number. So what is the real number? Can't Allah ask those few who know the real number, what is the real number, and tell us? Stupid. So you went there trying to find me an answer, but that is getting your God more busted, because what is the real number? I'm so glad that your God did not continue saying some they are 8 and their dog is 9, and some they say they are 10 and their dog is 11, and some they say they are 11 and their dog is 12, and some they say they are 12 and their dog is number 13, and some they say 13 and their dog is number 14, and then at the end it says Allah knows and few people. How stupid this story is. So what the number? Do your prophet know the number? Nightmare. Do your prophet know the number? I am one. Okay. A guy, he said, I am one of the one who know the number, and there are 7, right? How come your prophet do not say that? This guy, he know, your prophet do not know? But okay, Ibn Abbas, he says that. What about your prophet? Do your prophet knows how many there are? So now we have a confirmation of the number from Ibn Abbas, not from Muhammad and not from Allah. Thank you very much. That fit exactly with the story we are talking about, the 7 sleepers. Thank you very much. Guy, did he say that Ibn Abbas said there are 7? Did he say that? Now you tell me how it happened that this story have 7 guys, the same as the 7 sleepers, who slept in a cave, who their story written 300 or 400 years before Muhammad. And they are Christians. And then God brought them back to life. And then the kingdom they lived in changed. And the kingdom they became Christians. Why it's the same story? Even the numbers of the guys are the same. You just confirmed there are 7. So obviously Muhammad is a thief. Obviously Muhammad is a thief. You just confirmed to us that the number is 7. And this is how we push Muslims to the corner. If I say they are 7 for sure, they will say no, they are not. We are not sure. Now we made this Abdul to go and bring us what he believed it is confirmation of the number, which is proven that this is the exact story of the 7 sleepers. Look at the thief. Even the number is the same. Go right now, guys, and search in Google for the 7 sleepers. And you can go to Wikipedia and they will tell you which year is written, long before Muhammad was born. And this story translated to many languages around the earth, including Latin. But first it's written in Aramaic. And it's spread all over in the desert between Arabia and Syria and Iraq, and then all the way to Rome, and all the way to all of Europe. And then it became a, like, let us say, international story later. Very famous story. Muhammad the liar, he took it and he made it as a part of his Quran. How this happened? A thief. If copyright law was exist in the time of Muhammad, the writer of this story will sue Muhammad. Show you the proof that it's not a dog. Bring me a Muslim. Can you? Who is a Muslim he dare to come to the mic? I say the story there does not speak about a dog, it speaks about an angel. Any Muslim? Any Abdul? Any brave Abdul? I'm waiting. Who want to challenge me that the word in the Quran, which is Muslim writing today as a dog, it's not a dog? Challenge. Super challenge. Any brave Abdul? Auction time. Brave Abdul. Guys, get us some Abduls here. We look for Abdul, we find please think. Okay, go ahead, please. The mic is yours.
And Abdul, Anyways, yeah, what I wanted to ask is, why isn't hadith Quran? Because clearly on the hadith, it is more or less commands, what they should do, how they should do, how about stoning and stuff. So, excuse me. So shouldn't that be Quran? Why is it separated? Or is it because when Uthman wrote it, then, well, when he collected it, he collected what he could and didn't collect all of it. So when Muhammad, for example, says that you should circumcise yourself, where did he get that? Was it Tom that told him? Was it Allah? Was it Jibreel? Where did he get this information? So if it was a divine revelation, then it should be in Quran. If it didn't come from Jibreel, God, then where did Muhammad get it? Also, it's quite funny that Muslims, they say, Bible is corrupted, brother. Bible is corrupted. And when you show them hadith after hadith after hadith, and they say, no, this is weak, this one is weak, I know it's Muslim, Sahih Muslim, and I know it's Bukhari, this is weak, and this is weak, then that means that even the authentic hadith are weak. And let's just say the way they see it, they are corrupted. So Muslims, why do you follow a book that is corrupted according to your standards, but then accuse the Christians of following a book that you believe is corrupted? See how you contradict yourself. Everything that you accuse the Christians, you're guilty of. So that's what I wanted to say about the hadith. Hadith should be Quran, because it's the same thing that he said. And Tom, all you say is la 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 la, la 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 la, alhamdulillah, la 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 la, Allah takbir, takbir, Allah great, takbir. That's all you got to say. Do you record it in your brain? You know, take beer, take beer. Why don't you take a beer? Give us a beer at least. That's all you got to say. La 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 la. Anyways, mic is free.
All right. Do we have any brave Muslim when I come to the mic? Rope your mic.
Salam and Nasir. Peace of Christ to you all, guys. God bless you. Hi, Nightmare. Are you there? Can you hear me? Nightmare, I have a question for you. Nightmare, are you there, Nightmare? Yes, okay. Nightmare, if I, as a Christian, if I eat flesh of a pig, will I become a pig? So does it mean what I eat? Does it mean that I become what I eat? For example, if I eat a pig, will I be a pig? Yes or no? Yes or no? If I eat pig flesh, will I become a pig? No, okay. What about donkey? If I eat donkey flesh, what about donkey flesh? If I eat a donkey, will I become a donkey? Any flesh? Is it normal to eat pig flesh or donkey flesh according to Islam? Can I eat pig flesh or donkey flesh? No. Then why are you telling that your prophet is a liar? Because your prophet, he ate donkey flesh. Why are you a liar? Is your prophet stupid to eat donkey flesh? Where? Guys, give him the hadith from Sahih Muslim or Sahih Bukhari, showing him that actually Muhammad ate donkey. But I tried to trap him, set a trap for him, but he didn't fall for it. So I wanted to say to him, if he said, yes, you are a donkey, eat donkey flesh, then I would say to him, so you are calling your prophet a donkey? But yes, there is a hadith, and it's sahih, by the way, showing that Muhammad actually ate donkey. Bring it. Neo, can you ask Sheikh Google? I'm on the phone at the moment, but can you ask Sheikh Google to show us that there is actually a sahih hadith about Muhammad eating donkey flesh? Mike.
Actually, Muslim scholars, they teach their followers that Western, because they eat pork, they are not jealous for their wives. When their wives, they wear a short skirt. If you eat pork, you lose your jealousy. You don't get jealous from your female doing, even sleeping around. Actually, there's a video made by a Muslim doctor from Gaza, Palestinian doctor, supposedly. And you can watch it. I think it's called Why We Should Not Eat a Swine. And in his video, he explained that if you eat pork, you don't, this is what he's saying, this is why you see a pig, he don't get jealous of his female sleep around. Lord have mercy. If you are eating pork, you don't lose jealousy, you don't have jealousy. So your wife, if she sleep around, you don't get upset. No, let's eat pork. That's it. Your wife, she sleep around, she go out, yeah, okay. Eat pork. You are eating pork, you are fine. Yeah. Muhammad, when a man, he came to him and he said to him, I want to sleep with Aisha. What Muhammad he said, he did not get jealous. He did not even get upset. He said, but this is the mother of the believers. And then Aisha, when the guy he left, she said to him, who is this guy who can speak to you such a way? He said, إِنَّهُ أَحْمَقٌ مُطَاعٌ. He is a fool we have to obey. Which means even if he insists he want to have sex with you, you have to go with him. He is a fool we have to obey. Why? He is a leader of a big Arab tribe. At that time, Muhammad was weak. So if he insists he want to sleep with you, you go with him. He wasn't jealous. Maybe Muhammad at that time, he was eating pork. Maybe, look like it. Look like it. Abdul? Can you believe Abdul here? We are waiting for Abdul to come and show us the knowledge. Any Abdul? No Abdul yet. I thought, you know, a Muslim will come to the mic and challenge me that the word in the Quran is not a dog. It is about the preserve, the provider, the angel. Look like nobody there. They know this is what it is. Right? And Abdul. Why today we are short of Abdul? Well, you know, a nightmare. What about you bring me a Muslim here? Go to the Muslim section and ask him just to come to the mic, especially if someone he knows, someone is knowledgeable. And if I don't prove that this is not a dog, I will close my room and I will never come here again. What do you say? Guys, is that a good challenge? What about you, David? Nobody want to take the challenge. It's obvious. For if I am saying something wrong, you Muslim should be able to prove me wrong. As simple as that. Anyone? Ganush, you have a question about Islam? How come you don't take the mic? You see, there's many people here, they come to our conference room here, but they don't take the mic. A lot of the names I know here, they never took the mic. Anyone? Look like today we don't have much of Muslims and things is slow. Sometimes we are lucky and we have a lot of Muslims to debate. Sometimes we don't. Their dog makes sense more than their angel? Ah, I see, I see. Muslim talking about making sense. A Muslim talking about making sense. Makes sense. Why? I thought dogs are dirty. In Islam, dogs are dirty. Allah will take from your deeds. Every day you house a dog in your house. So why they have a dog with them? They are good believers. Why it makes sense? I thought the dogs are najis. And what the dog for? They are asleep and he's asleep. So he cannot protect them if he's a dog. He was awake for 300 years. And a dog would fight a king. The king and his army, they are chasing those 3 guys, or 7 guys, sorry. And the dog will stop them. What the dog for? They are inside the cave already. They cannot escape if the king came. Oh boy. Welcome to the stupidity of Islam. Mm. Actually, the same verse, the same chapter, state that Muhammad is copying from others. You know, in the Quran, Muhammad, he said that you can find a story in something that's called a Raqim. What is a Raqim? It's a book. What is that book? Well, this is the book of the seven sleepers. It's an ancient story, exists long before Muhammad, and Muhammad is taking it from them, and he confirmed that this is about Christians. So it have to be between Muhammad time, his existence, and between Jesus time. And all of us, we can go and search, and we will find that this is exactly the seven sleepers story. Anyway, obviously, Muhammad is fabricator, a story collector. Mm. Any brave Abdul here? Come on, don't be scared. Allah will help you. Anyone? Nobody. Nobody, huh? Mhm. What do you think, guys? We are short of Muslims today. What is the reason? There is a like a movie have a lot of girls in the TV, and Muslims are watching. It's early. Yeah, well, I open early, so people who live in Europe, they can join us. Otherwise, if I open late, the room will be a lot bigger than this. But I'm not really interested of how many, as much I'm interested of how many people who really like what I do. Like most of emails and even support I receive is from people who live in Europe. So I'm really grateful for those who live in Europe. Most likely, people in the States, they like just to watch. It's like an entertaining show for them, but they are not active with us. Any Abdul? You are no one. You are just a text kid. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you, CP. We appreciate your work. It's funny that you say any Muslims here, and I never heard Tom and Nightmare saying, "Yo, yes, I'm a Muslim. I'll come and answer your questions and stuff." Anyways, what I wanted to say is what is really funny, what I find funny is that Allah comes from the seventh heaven to hear the prayers. Now, what this means is that technically speaking, Muslims are praying all the time, because the earth, you know, as the sun is moving and stuff, that means they are praying technically all the time. So does that mean that he never gets to go to the seventh heaven? You know, if he's coming down to hear the prayers, he never gets to go to the seventh heaven. So I don't understand the point of that. He comes down to hear the prayers, but you know, it doesn't come down just for the people in Arabia. He comes down to hear all the prayers around the world. So that doesn't make sense. That just shows that obviously Muhammad didn't know what he's talking about. He also believed that he was he thought that the earth was flat, and that's all it was, and how he was making the stories. So, and also, why does he need to come from the seventh heaven, go down to probably the lower heaven or whichever it is, to hear the prayers? You know, I thought God was omnipresent and be everywhere, which is something that Muslims don't seem to believe. You know, for example, when they say, if Jesus was in earth, where was God, sort of thing. You know, so it's that argument. You know, isn't God supposed to be everywhere? You know, omnipresent everywhere. So and yeah, why the seventh heaven or the fifth heaven? Why is this guy coming down all the time? And as far as I know, as the earth is, you know, moving around, and as Muslims pray when the sun sets and so forth, there should be a constant prayer of Muslims. So technically, Allah is never in the seventh heaven. So the questions for the Muslims is, if Allah is not at seventh heaven, who is at seventh heaven? Anyways, yeah, Tom, you keep calling people names, but you're not a man, you're just a girl. Because if somebody asked me about my faith, I'll be more than happy to answer all the questions. But it just shows you believe on something that you got no answers for. You just simply, some guy that just, you've been born a Muslim and you got no faith. Anyways, mic is free. Thank you, CP.
All right, thank you. Beer, your mic.
Well, it's pretty simple. If there is Allah, why do young children get cancer? Why young children get cancer?
Well, that's not really a logic. I'm not going to answer the Muslims, but I will take it as if you are saying, if there's God, why young children they get cancer? What about young children, they are not even born and they die? What about you die? What about I die? What about we get sick? What about a car go over me or over you? What about a airplane crash? What about somebody shoot you? What about a man who rape a woman? What does this have to do with God? I'm answering you. I know what you were saying. What does have to do with the, you know? That is not the way to prove to Muslims that they have no God. Guys, do Christians get infected with cancer too? Do they? Okay. We die with cancer like everybody. Do we die by car accident? Yes, we do. Can we be killed? Absolutely. Do we have this illness, disease, pain? Yes. What does this have to do with God? Obviously, you don't understand what God is about. If you think that God is the one who will make your life, you know, he sent you to earth to live by yourself. And earth is involved death and illness and diseases. He did not send you to paradise. If God sent you to heaven and then you have cancer in heaven, that will not be heaven no more. All right? He didn't let the kids get the cancer. The cancer is there. Things happen in your body in a certain way to make you get affected and die. Why we get old and we die? What the difference between cancer and getting old and die? It's the same. Everything causes death. You don't die because you are sick. Always, you die because you are getting old. What does getting old mean? It means your body have limitation. Your cells is not renewing itself, so you get old. Your skin get old. Your part getting old. Stop functioning. It's the same. You live by your own. All right. You don't agree with me? In what you don't agree with me? What do you mean? What do you mean? We don't have to get sick. You see, it's not about we have, not, but you know, we get sick. It's not about we have. We will get sick anyway. Can you find me one person in this earth that don't get sick? It's impossible. That because your body is not protected, it is exposed. There's many things can take your body down. Now, God, He gave you a system to protect yourself, and He sent you to earth. And in this earth, you live. You expose yourself to illness, you die. You expose yourself to bacteria or viruses, you die. You have sex, you have AIDS, you die. You jump from high building, you die. So your body is not an eternal body. It's easy to break. Anything can break a human being. Anything. A plastic is more strong than a human being. So if you are saying to me, like the gentlemen, they're saying genetic effect, you know, no problem. God did not make you to live perfectly in this earth. This is the whole purpose. Who said God? He designed you to be perfect, to live in this earth in a certain way, to be protected and live forever. Otherwise, if our design is made to be perfect, not to die, then we will never get old, we will never get sick, we will never die, and we will live forever. All right? So this is have nothing to do with God. What people do, when good things happen to them, they say, it is me, I am the one who succeed. When bad things happen to them, they say God. And then they come to a conclusion, if God does exist, why this happened to me? Let us say you have a wife, and somebody attack your house and rape your wife and kill your kids. Are you going to play God, you know, blame God for it, or the criminals who did that to you? God, He created us to be in this earth, and all of us, we will be exposed to death and suffering. Even Jesus in the cross, He suffered. Is that correct, guys? Is it true that Jesus in the cross, He suffered? Are you better than Jesus? Don't use bad language, beer. If you are drunk, get out. So we as a Christian, we believe even the one who is divine, who come to us in this earth, He suffered. Why He suffered? Because He have the flesh of a human being. And not only that, He died. Why? Because He have the flesh of a human being. Even though we believe that God never died. Correct? God never died. The flesh of the man died. So even the flesh of Jesus died, and He was in the grave for 3 days. So while you are saying, I don't agree with you, we don't, we are not made to get sick. No, we are made to get sick. The Bible says clearly that you will go to this earth and you will suffer. You will eat the mud to make living. We decide to stay away from God, and God is said to us, okay, you don't want me, go. You don't want to listen to me, you don't want my protection, go. You are by yourself. This is why we are exposed to all kinds of bad things to happen. Criminals, diseases, illness, everything. Well, I don't know what they mean. Why we don't have to get sick? I don't know what they mean. But you don't have to get sick. I think the question is wrong because you get sick anyway. What do you mean we don't have to? Are you saying to me you never get sick in your life? Batisan, are you saying to me you never get sick in your life? Anyone here never get sick in his life? No, no, no. You see, how to stay healthy doesn't mean you will stay healthy. That's not true. So you are saying to me, if you follow the word one by one, you will stay healthy, and that's it. You will never get sick. That's not true. No, that's not true. You get sick. You get sick. You get a flu. You get diseases. You get illness. You might get cancer. God forbid, and you get all kinds of things. You read the Bible or not? You are following Jesus or not? There's wonderful people who they are great people and they get infected with very, very aggressive diseases or illness. So don't fool yourself with this idea that if you read the Bible and you follow, you stay healthy, you will never get sick. No, you will get sick, and I guarantee you that. For a very simple reason, your body is not made perfectly. Yes, you will get sick for real. Are you saying you never get sick before? Are you saying to me, Partisan, you never get sick before? I'm asking you a question. Can you answer, please? Are you saying to me you never get sick before all your life? I want an answer. You never get sick all your life. But you said you don't get sick. So we get sick. When you say we don't have to get sick, as if we are do it in purpose, that's not the right question. When you say I don't have to, it's like it's like making it as a food we need to eat. I'm not saying we have to get sick, but we will get sick. It's going to happen. Not because you want to, but because your body is not perfect. Anything can make you sick. Anything. A human being is the most weak creature ever exist on this earth, even though we live longer than others. If you compare between a cockroach and a human being, you will see the cockroach is 1,000,000 times more powerful than a human being as a design. Imagine they burn a house. They burn a house to get rid of the cockroaches, and still the cockroaches are there. They burn the house down. A fire burned the whole house, and still cockroaches were able to survive. A human being, he cannot do that. They adopt all kinds of atmosphere. They adopt all kinds of nature. The insects, they are a lot more powerful than us. They live a lot shorter than us, but they have a lot more, let us say, the protection to live their life better than us. God did not make us perfect in this earth for a reason, because we are not sent to be staying in heaven and to live in heaven and to enjoy heaven. We are here to live in earth, to be examined, to be given a chance. And one of the things we will suffer from is illness, weakness, illness, hunger, pain, everything. So we are not here for a vacation. We are here to suffer, not to enjoy actually. But because of the mercy of God, He gave us a chance to have joy and pain in the same time, not to make it just a painful trip. But if you read the Bible carefully, you will see that all our trip down to earth is about a punishment. صحيح, the mic is yours.
you know, and this guy's talking about sick. I just want to ask him, do you want to live forever? Does he want to live forever? Like not get sick, never die, nothing, never get ill, and just live forever? Are you kidding me? I don't even want to hang around anymore now. I'm almost, I feel like going soon anyway. You know, who wants to live to 200, 300, 400? You know, that's just part of life. Honestly, you know, you ever seen that fake story of a vampire? You know, by the way, the real Dracula was a hero. He kicked the butts of the Turkish invading Turks. People laugh when I say Dracula was he stopped the Muslims from invading Eastern Europe. But I don't want to live forever. Honestly, I don't. And you know, the atheists, they just don't want there to be a God. And this is for their lusts. The Bible is correct on that also. You know, if God gives us free will, when things bad happen, they say, look, why did God allow that to happen? If God butts in all the time, they say, look, he's treating us like slaves. He's butting in every time. So there's no good answer for an atheist. You know what I mean? Either way it goes, he's going to find a problem with it. You know, it's like something Prince said a long time ago. He said a sinner, you know, he wants to keep doing the sin. He doesn't want God in the way. I think this is what Prince said. He said, anything that prevents the penis from entering a homosexual's ass, the penis will, what did he say? The homosexual will fight tooth and nail. He'll deny God, he'll deny his parents, he'll deny his family, he'll deny everything, and God is a very easy one for him to deny. You know what I mean? Like, for example, in the case of a homosexual, let's say the homosexual guy, the gay guy, let's say he decides that the Bible is true and the Bible God is true. Then what does he have to do? He has to agree that he's filthy, right? That he's living a filthy lifestyle. And if he wants to follow God, he has to give up the relationship he has with a man, which sounds disgusting. But for them, I guess it's a relationship in his mind. He has to give that up. He has to give up his friends, which is all revolved around being gay and going to gay clubs and doing all that stuff. So he has to give up his friends, give up his lifestyle, and change his total life to follow God, which is the right thing to do. But you know what? It's easier for him to just deny God because he doesn't have to deal with it right now. It's not something that's in his way, in front of his eyes. Anyway, the belief in, you know, he was saying, I forgot the guy's name, he was saying that it doesn't make sense, it's a bad creation. You know what doesn't make sense? Everything created itself and for no apparent reason. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, I came up to put up a verse. Is it okay, Prince? Can I still put up the verse? And then it switched to this atheist guy and getting sick. I'm going to post up a verse, and I want you guys to tell me how many people are speaking in this verse. Guys, this is the verse. Who's speaking in this verse? Let's read it. God has revealed herein. So somebody is saying, God has revealed herein the best hadith. A book that is consistent and points at... Sorry, wrong verse. So much for that verse. Oh, here it goes. Sorry. Here it goes, right here. Here's the verse. How many people are speaking in this verse, guys? Glorified be he who carried his servant by night from the inevitable place of worship to the far distant place of worship, the neighborhood whereof we have blessed, that we might show him of our tokens. Lo, he, only he is the hearer, the seer. How many people are speaking in this verse? This is one thing I always try to understand. There's one person speaking in this. Who's saying he? Muhammad. We have Abdul in the room, Prince, and he's answering in the text. One is speaking. Who's that? Who's speaking there, Muhammad? Who's saying he and who's saying we? Here, let me post it up again. Somebody is saying he in this verse, and then later on he's saying we. So there's at least two in here. You know? Anyway, Maximum, your mic.
Hey, thanks. I wanted to address that he said that Jesus Christ didn't have any wounds. That's not true. In the Gospel of John, chapter 20, verse 24. I'll just read this really quickly so you can hear what this. Okay, then this is 25. The other disciples therefore said to him, "We have seen the Lord." But he said to them, "Except I shall see his hands and print of nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe." This is 26. It says after this, and after 8 days again, his disciples were within, and Thomas as with them. Then came Jesus, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst and said, peace be to you. Then says he to Thomas, reach here your finger and behold my hands, and reach here your hand and thrust it into my side, and be not fatherless, but believing. And Thomas answered and said to him, my Lord and my God. Okay, praise God. He was murdered, or he died on the cross, but he offered himself a free sacrifice. The Bible says that the lamb was slain before the foundation of the world, guys. Okay, so I had to debunk this lie that Jesus never said that he was injured or had any wounds. Garbage. Mic's open, thanks.
You know, if you think about the act of Christ, one of his amazing acts is the miracles he did in us. Is that correct? Which is healing us. So I believe even us getting sick, it was a kind of, it's kind of amazing wisdom, because first of all, we don't want to live in this earth forever with all the suffering and the pain, whatever it is in this earth. Our body is not perfect, is not meant to be perfect. Same time, the Lord himself, he showed that how he can overcome the nature we have, which is weak nature, to confirm his promises of the everlasting life. If we don't die, there's no point of saying, I'm going to resurrect you. If we don't get sick, there's no point of saying, I'm going to heal you. If we don't get blind, there's no point to say, I'm going to make you see. And the Messiah, he said clearly that this is to show the glory of the Lord. So even our sickness is going to show his glory. So we are not meant by the Lord to live forever in this earth. And we are not meant to be perfect as a design who can survive all kinds of things. We are very, very vulnerable for risk and danger, illness and disease. And when you are infected with those, whatever illness, it's another test for your faith, because many, they lose their faith when they lose their health. Correct? Are you guys getting my point? Even illness is a kind of a test. People get sick, they lose their faith. That's your choice. So you being not perfect is meant for a reason. It's one of the tests you will go through. And your illness can be one of those tests. You get sick, you say, oh, why God, he made me have cancer? I spend my life preaching for him. You lost your faith. A faithful person, if he have a very harmful illness, he's a believer. There's a story, very beautiful story, of a monk who spent his life preaching. He's poor. He never had anything. You know, he's a poor person. And, you know, they told him, you know, they brought a doctor for him. The doctor, he told him, by the way, you have a few hours to live. The monk, he have a big smile in his face. He sounds like very happy. So the doctor, he went outside and he told the other monks, he said to them, look like your friend, he lost his mind. He said, why? He said, I told him you are going to live only for a few hours, and he sounded very happy. They said, why you don't go and ask him why he's happy? So he went inside and he asked him again, I told you would die, and you give me a big smile. Why? The monk, he said, hardly he can speak, he said, I am working all my life to this point where I'm going to meet my Lord. And you are now telling me I will go and see him, and I will be with him, and I will be unhappy. Amazing, isn't it? He's happy. He is going to see the Lord. So it depends how you decide to see death and illness and pain. What do you want to see in it? You want to see it's a penalty for you? You want to see your death as a punishment, or you want to see your death as a reward? You are a person who's been with the Lord, serving the Lord all your life, and then you are going to see the Lord. That is the day you are waiting for. So things should be different. So depend in what you want and what you are seeking, then you will have different vision of things you see in front of you. Yeah, partisan, all the verses you are posting confirm nothing to me except I'm right. Your body is not perfect body, and it's not meant to be so. And the Bible says clearly that they can destroy your body, your flesh, but they should not destroy your spirit. Is that correct? They can kill your flesh, but they cannot kill your spirit. So flesh is meant to be a flesh, from dust to dust. So if you think that dust will not go back to dust, you are very wrong. It is from dust to dust. As simple as that. It's not about body die. You die or not. I might get sick, but don't die still. Who said that if I get sick, I have to die? We're talking about getting sick. All right? Doesn't mean if I get sick, I die. I get sick maybe 100 times in my life, maybe more. But doesn't mean I'm going to die. So we're talking about sickness. Why we get sick? Somebody have cancer, but still he don't die. He recovered from cancer, even though it's cancer, but he don't die. Not everyone who gets sick, he die. And the normal thing actually happen that you get sick, but you don't die. But some disease or some illness, they are very powerful, and they overcome your health, and you die. So getting sick is part of our life. Yes, I don't know, you are mixing things up. We die because of sickness or without sickness. Like we can get killed by a car accident. This is not death. This is killed. This is a violent death. Somebody make you bleed. Somebody might commit suicide. So there's many reasons for death of the flesh, and the flesh is not protected. The human being live in this earth not to enjoy his body and his flesh. He had to work hard for living. He have to be discriminated, especially for your faith. You are going to be hated by your friends. That's what the Bible says. You know, your mother, your father, your family, they will hate you for what you believe. So you are going to live in a pain, and you will be rewarded for the pain you are suffering from. Even your illness, God will show his glory to you and will make that a blessing for you. Anyway, I think we are going in a circle here. It doesn't matter if you say no to disease or not. Disease comes to us. So if I say now to, okay, so if I say now no to disease, disease will not come to me, right? Is that what you're saying? I just say no to disease and disease will stop there? We are not talking about the spirit now. We're talking about the body, the flesh. What's wrong? Who's talking about the body now? We're talking about illness of a human being. He died, he got injured. The guy, he asked about cancer. Did he ask about the spirit? Why you are mixing things up? Human being. No, we are not talking about the Spirit of God at all. The whole conversation is about we get sick. And the sick we are talking about is about a physical being. You are the one who's mixing things with the Spirit. We get sick. The guy, he asked, guys, what the question of this gentleman? He said, why kids, they die because of cancer? Is cancer is a spiritual illness? No. So the whole topic has nothing to do with a spiritual illness. It's about dying because of illness, which is illness of the flesh. Anyway, easy, guys. Sometimes people, they have a wrong understanding for what we say. Maybe we have to have patience. Do we have any Abdul here? You know, the spirit is superior for the flesh, but we did not talk about the spirit. We never mentioned the spirit. Anyone here said the spirit gets sick? Okay, I give up. Do we have any Abdul? Any Muslim? Come on. Not even one Muslim he dared to debate us. Witness to that. Not even one Muslim he dared to debate us. Jesus cast sickness out of people to do miracles. But that means there's a sickness already. Somebody sent me, I just opened my other page, Christian Friends page in Facebook. and I think this guy is an Indian from India. Maybe he's a Hindu, I'm not sure. He is talking about, let me read for you the question he gave me. He said, you are the best at your work. I appreciate as a follower, as I follow video, religion, i.e. pursued the ancient from the Hinduism. Sometime I wonder, in spite of being intelligent Christian, don't some questions arises in your mind, like why God sent the prophet to only Christians in their local language, and why God is unfair of not guiding people born before Christ? Why he sent the prophet when God is omnipotent? I'm not sure what you mean. Why someone born with some disability, some with perfect body, some with poor families, some in a rich families, etc., etc. I think you will also accept that God should always be fair, all righteous in his deeds. Okay, this is a perfect question for what the topic we are talking about. That's why I'm mentioning it actually. Muhammad, if you keep flooding the text, I'm going to bounce you. All right? Don't flood the text. Guys, why God he sent the prophets only to Christians? Is that true that God he sent the prophets only to Christians? Is that true? That's absolutely false. God did not send any prophet to the... Actually, there's nothing called the Christians. Christians is a name called for those who accept the prophets and accept the Christ, which means you can be a Christian too. He did not send to an ethnic. Christians are not an ethnic. Christians is not a color. Christian is not a group of a nation. Christians is everybody, me, you, from anywhere you want to be a Christian like me, join me. So this is a very wrong understanding by saying that God he sent prophets only to Christians. Secondly, why God is unfair? Unfair in what? Why some people are poor and some people are rich? Why some people are healthy and some people are sick? Why some people they are disabled and some people are blind and some people can see? If you think that God is the one who make you blind, you're wrong. Even though God he can show his glory through the blind man, as the Messiah said. People they used to think that if somebody is blind because his parents commits a sin, so God is punishing them. You know, Christianity does not teach that. There's no sin. He did not commit sin. No, neither his parents commit a sin. We are vulnerable of everything can happen to us. Our body is very weak, and our illness have nothing to do with God. It's not God who made me ill. It's not God who get me sick. So what people they do, they blame, they look around them, they see unjust, they see unfairness, they see crimes, criminals, they see someone who owns billions of dollars and somebody is poor, can't even pay for some food in his table. And then they blame God for everything. Well, you forgot that this earth is not heaven. And because there is somebody is very rich, there is somebody is very poor. The reason that there is poor, because there is someone is very rich. When in this earth right now, there's 40 or 50 people maximum control the major money of this earth. You believe it or not? That is the reason that there's the majority are poor. When somebody he spent $1 billion for his son's wedding party, When somebody, he spent almost $1 billion to buy a yacht for his fancy trip in the ocean. He don't need it. He have many palaces. This is why you are poor. It's not because of God. So people, they try to find a reason why we have a miserable life. So they blame God. But they forgot that this has never been about heaven. We are not in heaven, and we will not be treated as if we are in heaven. And if this is what we believe, then why Jesus himself, he was on the cross? Is it fair? Guys, was it fair that Jesus is in the cross? He commit no crime. Forget about him being divine. Forget about him that we worship, he is our Lord. Forget about, just about a normal man exists between us in the society today. And then a bunch of people, they want to put him in the cross. What is the crime? What is the crime? What he did? Did he kill anyone? No. Did he steal? No. Did he rape a woman? No. So you are asking God to be justice, but you will see that even God, our Lord, he is infected with injustice. It's our unjust made him in the cross. Actually, I believe one of the wise things of the crucifixion of the Messiah, to show us that God, he loved us and he did not leave us alone with our pain. To the point, even he is willing to take our pain and suffer from the same pain we suffer from. When Jesus carried all sin, it was fair. Why, when Jesus is carried all sin, it's fair? Why is that? No, it's not fair. But because he is all loving, he did. Not because it's fair. Because of his love. Not because it's fair. Fair, it's mean he deserved it. When you say it's fair, he carried our sin, it's mean you are saying he deserved it. That's not what Jesus did. He suffered because he loved us, not because it's fair. What make it fair? Nothing, except his extreme love to us. Take myself from me, but I lay myself. I lay myself. Why? Is it because it's fair? No. Because I love you. I commit no sin. I commit no crime. I have no guilt. That's not fair. The Bible says clearly even that whoever who is crucified in the tree is cursed. But that's because it was fair. That's a fair punishment for a fair crime. A cursed person is crucified. A bad person. The Messiah commit no sin. So, because of him willingly sacrificing and showing us how much he loves us, shows that even the pain we have, he can and he will give as much as he can. His speeches is not a speeches, his act is an act. He taught us about sacrificing ourselves for others. He taught us about to love with no conditions. And then what if Jesus refused to practice what he say? That will make him a hypocrite person. For he teach and he don't practice what he teach. What if Jesus run away from the cross? He know the soldiers are coming to take him and kill him. He can run. He can be a false Jesus as the Quran made him. Escape from death. Nobody like death. It's not fair. But because he is willingly, he is giving his love to us, showing us that whatever is going to take, I will do it. And people who complain that God is not just, why we have pain? Here we go, God himself, he suffered from pain. Not even the same as our pain, even more. Because imagine how it is humiliating for you to be divine and to be spat at. I'm just a normal man. My honor will be hurt badly if such a thing happened to me. Just to spit at my face. Not to put nails on my hands and my feet. Not only to put me in the cross, not even to call me names. Like all of those things will hurt you badly, not only physically. Imagine how much pain the Messiah he had to see that the people who he came to save them. They are saying, crucify him, his blood is in our hands. That's not fair. A week ago, they were welcoming him with roses. Correct? A week ago, they were welcoming him with roses, and they love him, and they support him. A week after, they want to kill him. So the Messiah is an amazing person, and we cannot really, we cannot say that God, he made us to suffer and he is selfish. The Messiah, he showed us how much he suffered for us. So suffering is not really a problem. Suffering can be something will cleanse us from our sin. Same as tears, they clean your eyes from dust. Even tears, proven by science, that when you cry, it helps you to heal. It takes pressure. It takes stress out. So we cannot say that God is not fair. And everything happened to you, don't blame God for it. If your boss fires you from work, it's not God who fired you from work, it's your boss. If I won the lottery and you did not win, it's not God who made me win the lottery. Unless God, he want me to win the lottery for maybe to support a mission I do or something. He can, yes. But don't blame God for everything happening in your life. Can God do the miracles in our life? Absolutely. But our life, normal daily life, it happened in a routine way. If I go and speed in my car, I might get killed. If I jump from a high building, I will die. If somebody push me from the balcony in a high building, I will die. At least I will break a few bones. That's not about God. What you will do then if you go and see how millions of children are homeless, go to Asia and see how their life is miserable. Is that because of God or because of the greed of the man who love to own and own and own, and he don't want to give? This is why the Bible teaches about two kinds of rich people. And I'm talking now rich as rich with money. There's rich who give, and there's rich who they are poor. As an example, there's a woman, she came to the temple and she gave a penny. And the Messiah, he blessed her for what she gave because this is everything she had. This money, this penny is a lot of money for her. If someone, he's like Bill Gates, and he donate $1 million, and I donate $100, I donated a lot more than Bill Gates. Because $1 million compared to the money of Bill Gates is a lot less than the value of the $100 compared to what I have. So the rich is, let us say the good rich is the one who give in what he can, however he can. He is not selfish. Not someone he gives very little when he can do a lot more. This is why, my friend, we have rich who they are living like kings, and people who they are living under the bridge, because the one who decides to live like a king, he decides to be selfish. And actually, if you think about it, it's not even for the benefit of the rich not to help the poor, because the poor one day, they might make a revolution. They cannot take it no more. They can make a revolution against the unjust of man, not the unjust of God. And they can burn down your palace, and they can take your life from you, and they can take your money from you. Like, one of the reasons of the communist revolution happened, it was because it is unjust. So the communists, they find their way to wash and brainwash the brain of the poor. Says, look at those people live in palaces, and we are eating garbage. People, they have party every day, and their food is not a piece of bread which is dry for 2 weeks ago. It is beef and cake. Like when the French, they were striking in the street, they said to the Queen of France, she said to them, why they are going angry in the street? They said they are hungry. She said, why don't eat cake? Why they don't eat cake? She think everybody have cake in his house. The unjust is the unjust of the man. It is not about God. Right? Royal son, your mic.
Hi, thank you very much, Christian Prince. God bless you, brother. God bless everyone in the room. Can I get a mic check, please? Thank you, guys. We had someone in the room called Muhammad, and he was asking if God is love in the Bible, to which I replied yes. Now, my question to Muhammad in the room is Allah love? Is that guy still here in the room? Let's see if he's still here or if he's left. I'm not referring to Prophet Muhammad. I'm referring to Muhammad 1521. Muhammad 1521. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me? Prophet 1521. Oh, sorry, Muhammad 1521. He's hiding, huh? All right. So if you want to start talking about love, I'm asking you the same thing. I said, yes, God is love. I'm asking you, is Allah love? Is Allah love? I already answered you. I'm asking you now, is Allah love? Because we have to see if we're talking about the same thing here. Is Allah love? Yes or no? Hey there, Blue Penny. Muhammad 1521. Is Allah love? Mo already said yes, God is love. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't see that. I didn't see him say that Allah is love. All right. So when you talk about Allah is love, first of all, you're not allowed to commit bid'ah in Islam. You're not allowed to make up innovation. You're not allowed to attribute things to Allah that He has not attributed or revealed of Himself. Oh, sorry, Christ Forever. Are you saying that you're mentioning to Muhammad that I said that God is love? No? Well, I hope I'm not confusing. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I believe the question still stands from Muhammad 1521. I do not see any verse in the Quran that says that Allah is love. Now it might say that Allah is loving, but that's actually different to Allah is love. So I want to know, Tom Tom says, get off Royal Son. I don't see anyone's hand up. Tom Tom, do you want to take the mic? I imagine you're a Muslim, right? I can ask the question to you too. Do you believe that Allah is love? Yes, that's a good verse there. Thank you, Mr. Clandestine, from the first epistle of John, chapter 4, verse 16, explicitly says that God is love, and whoever abides in love abides in God, and God abides in him. So love is essential to God's very nature, right, according to the Bible. But do we see the same thing in the Quran? Does the Quran ever say that Allah is love? It may say he's loving, but where does that love come from if it's not essential to Allah's nature, right? If you have it saying that Allah is loving, yet not that Allah himself is love, where does that love come from? Where does it come from? You say infinite love. Show me the verse. Who would like to see Tom Tom provide the verse from the Quran that says that Allah is infinite love? Who would like to see that? All right, Tom. You've made a statement in the room that Allah is infinite love. Could you please show us the verse from the Quran? Since you're not allowed to add things or attribute things to Allah, that would be bid'ah, it would be innovation, right? Surely you're getting this from the Quran. So let's see, where is this verse from the Quran that says that Allah is love? And if you can't show a verse that Allah is love, then you cannot say that Allah is love. Here's the problem. If Allah is not love, but he's loving, he must be getting that attribute of love from somewhere else, someone else, because it's not essential to his nature. That's a problem. So for Allah to be loving and infinitely loving, notice that Tom Tom said that Allah is infinitely loving. There must be some infinitely existing being other than Allah that is love, that Allah borrows this essential characteristic of love from. You see the problem now? Okay. Now, here's another problem. In Islam, they believe in the doctrine of Tawheed, right? You guys are familiar with the doctrine of Tawheed. And one of the categories of Tawheed states that you cannot compare Allah to creation, right? He is absolutely unique. There's nothing comparable between Allah and his creation. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, Tom Tom, when you say that Allah is love, what do you mean by love? Now notice, when Tom Tom gives his answer, he cannot say anything that would equally apply to creation, right? When he speaks of love, what do you mean? It can't mean anything that would make sense in creation, since Allah cannot be compared to it. So Tom, go ahead and tell us what you mean by love. Rosen, if God is all loving, then his love is worthless. If God loves evildoers, then what is the significance of God loving the good people? All right, that opens up another whole subject regarding what we mean if we say that God is all loving, right? Do you mean in the sense that God's love is full and perfect and complete? Or when you say God is all loving, does it mean that God loves everything that exists, right? So we have to be careful in the sense in which we say God is loving. What does God actually love, right? Okay, now I see some guy has been trying to take the mic. Let's see what If anybody wants the mic, please do raise your hand, right? But don't try to jump the mic. Okay, let's have a look. Tom says, "Oh Muhammad, say, oh Muhammad, if you should love Allah, then follow me, so Allah will love you and forgive you." Hang on a second. So here's the question, Tom. If you should love Allah, what is the word there in the Arabic for love? When it says, if you should love Allah, then follow me. And then my second question is, what is the word in Arabic when it says Allah will love you? Is it the same Arabic word? Do we have Arabic speakers here? We've got Christian Prince. Maybe Christian Prince can help us out here for this. Is it the same word that is used for love in both cases? Is it the same word for love in both cases? All right, sorry, Christian Prince. So Tom has posted a verse which says, this is in Surah Al Imran, ayat number 31, says, "Say, O Muhammad, if you should love Allah, then follow me, so Allah will love you." So my question is the word love, is it the same in both cases? When it says you should love Allah and Allah will love you, is that the same Arabic word that is used in both cases for love? In the Arabic there. And the reason why I asked, Christian Prince, and then I'll pass the mic over to you, is since Allah cannot be compared to creation, then how can it use the same word love, right, for both Muhammad and for Allah? And if they truly do have different meanings, and nothing can be compared between Allah and His creation, then how can a Muslim even understand what it means when it says Allah loves you? It can't mean anything like what it means when it's applied to creation, if Tawheed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to be applied. Okay, mic is yours, Christian Prince. Thank you, brother.
All right. I think you are taking the wrong approach with Muslims, because those Muslims, most of them, they are naive here, and they have no idea what are you talking about. Like maybe you can go on that level with some Muslims who they are smarter, but like who we have there, Muhammad Tom, this guy, he have no idea what are you talking about. You are just wasting your time talking to him, actually. I'm serious. I'm not insulting, you know. Do you know that this guy, in our room, he posted one day, he said that he have a small private part, but yet he have 3 kids. This is the kind you are talking to. I'm just giving you an idea. You're wasting your time. You know? So you're trying to question his knowledge and his intelligence, but you're talking about someone he have no idea what are you talking about. Anyway, the term love in Islam, it's love of hate. As an example, Allah, He loved those who hate. So we need to know, we are talking about what kind of love is the love we mentioned, because there's negative love and there's a positive love. So Allah, He love haters. Yes, it says love, but it doesn't mean love really. It's mean hate. So Allah, He appreciate those who they hate, those who they kill, those who they refuse to have relationship with non-Muslims, and that in Islam is love for Allah. Yes, it's hate to others, but it's love for Allah. So the love in Islam is about you being bad. All right? as an example, you know, in chapter 2, verse number 276.
Christian Prince, were you finished on the mic, brother? Because the mic was free.
Sorry, Royal, I'm not done. Maybe I dropped my mic. Am I heard, guys? Am I heard? Do you hear me, guys? Hello? No voice? Uh-oh. No voice. For some reason, my mic is not working. Am I heard now? Am I heard now? No.
All right. Okay, I'll take the mic. Guys, here's really another huge problem in Islam. I want to read to you Surah 4:82.
And here
Let me just bring it up here for a second.
we have to go out of Paltalk and come back again. I don't know, for some reason my mic.
Had it been from other than Allah, they would surely have found